Hello, hello. I hope I am visible and hearable, listenable. Okay, so let me check first of all that the live stream is working on YouTube. Yes, looks like that. Hello again, everyone. How many I have viewers for now? That's no idea how many people are watching me right now, but okay. Anyway, for now, I'm just need to consider that this video will be watched more in record than it's in real time. So for this case, I decided to make it shorter, to make it more viewable on YouTube, just as a regular video. But anyway, I'm still doing experiments. So last time we were having this scenario when we have just the slides, and we have very simple scenario when we had just 2 stop points and no different animations for the in and out. In this case, we just wanted to make the transition between two pictures more controllable and more nice way without semi-transparent issues when the background was shown in the middle of the, not in the middle, just as a background. Okay, so for now, I'm going to highlight a very simple thing that shouldn't take so much time. In this case, I want to show you how to control in and out animation for the transition logic element, for transition logic layer. In that case, we should have a second part of the animation when the first part will be responsible only for the in movements, and the second part, let me switch to the screen. Yes, so here when we have the first part animation for only for in animation, for the in state, and the second part will be responsible only for out. In practice, I saw many times when the production team members want to have out animation much shorter than in animation. So in this case, of course, we have to make this distinguishing behavior for in and out behavior. In our previous case, it wasn't so important because we had just in and out, just to do nothing, actually, just to switch this toggle plugin on and off without any, as you can see, no extra animations here, just only toggle plugin animations keys here. But what is the case when we want to have in and out as a distinguishing stories? Of course, there's the simple lower third with the text. So let's make one of them. I prepared a new folder for that. Let's, oh yeah, I see that's 7 people are watching in real time. Nice. I'm really glad to see you. Not to see you, but at least I know that you are here somewhere. Great. You're welcome. Okay. So let's start making a main scene first of all. Open it. Let's make a basic structure. So the structure will be like that. Of course, as always, I will use the object name for the main container in the scene. Next one, I'll create a container as a group for the element itself. So I can name it, for example, as a name of the transition logic layer plus some suffix to distinguish it that this is the group or element. Let's use maybe element, title element. So this one will be the title background, and it will be the title itself. So here, as always, I'm going to use toggle plugin to organize it like that. And for the back, I'll use just a simple, I don't know, maybe just Nogi. It's a little bit more fancy than just a rectangle, you know. Okay, so let's use some specific approach, maybe that, maybe like that. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, and I would prefer also to move the this. You know, there are two ways how to move this background element to the right position. First one is just move the whole group, and that would be nice, because in this way you can control altogether the background and the content part. But in this case, it's very hard to control the position for the leaf scenes, for the control scenes. So in that case, the easy, and sometimes, of course, it's the case if you want to do that. Of course, it's possible to do that. But for now, to simplify it, and in the most cases I use this approach, I'm just moving only background separately from the toggle element. So I expect that should be here. Okay, and maybe some let me use the color from here. I use some black, but not black. Okay, I don't know, just let's use some blue color just to distinguish it from the blue, from the black and white. Okay, so this will be the background. So in order to show the element and hide it, of course, I'll have to make some animation to appear this background and disappear it. So for that, I'm going to use a very simple approach. So let's make a stage, and let's make the element title. And as you remember, if I click default keyframes and if I see some errors here, then I can read what's wrong. So I need to add the stop points here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and I will collapse all of this extra. Of course, the first stop point I will name it as O, it's obligatory name, and the next one as in. But in this case, we are going to have two animations, one for in and one for out. And transition logic system tends to use direction of animation from left to right. So if the system finds the way how to play from one state to another one from left to right, then it will be always played from left to right. In this case, of course, if I click out here, the animation will be played from right to left, because there is no options to move from left to right. So in order to organize right way, the way I would expect to play, and for that I need to repeat stop point with the name O, capital O. So now when I click create default keyframes, now you can see the transition logic element now knows that this part is in, this part is out, just because we organize the right way of playing animation from O to in and from in to O. That's it. And of course, let's do some animations here. Okay, so I'm just thinking what's the best way to do that. It will be, let's use maybe Windows mask, just to separate it from the size of the element. Okay, so just make it maximum for now, and I'm going to show it just appearing it by the mask. Okay, let's do quickly the animation. Maybe something like that. This will be appearing animation, and let's have something simple as disappearing. So now, as you can see, if I play, you will see the difference. The animation of the appearing, it's much longer than disappearing. And we can even make it more shorter. So in order to select all of these keyframes, I use R button on the keyboard, press, hold it, and drawing the rectangle with the left button of my mouse. Yeah, just in case if someone doesn't know this trick. Okay, so now let's test it out. In and out. So now it's much better. Okay, we have prepared the main scene. Let's save it just in case. And let's do the scene for the controlling that. Oops, I need to switch to the, yeah, if you don't see any button to create a new scene, then probably the scene is not enabled as a filter. So now I'm filtering this folder in Graphic Hub only for showing only scenes. Now I can see the button create new scene. Okay, so this one will be title. Oops, I did a typo. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's do the same story. Object, and it will be the title. So here I'm going to use some text. Let's use some bold variation. Okay, just to make it more visible. Okay, of course, text control should be here. Oh, maybe I can. No, that's not so convenient when I have it here, not so much space. Okay, control text. Yes, okay. So now here I can use the title as well as for a field identifier. Of course, I don't need any formatted text. Single line, okay. For now it will be single line. The most important part, what I need to do here, it's just to switch from regular type of the scene and convert it to the transition logic control scene or leaf scene. Okay, so layer will be title, state identifier in, and background main. Okay. Now it should work, but of course you can notice that the position of the text is not maybe the best one. In order to fix that, I would do that approach and make a screenshot. Okay, just name it quickly. Nice. Now I can open my leaf scene, insert the picture somehow like that. You see outside from the control object container. Okay, so for that I need to put it somewhere far away from the camera and stretch it out to the full screen. Okay, and now I can easily move my text to exact position where it should be. Okay, I would even remove that. Okay, let's keep it something like that. Great. Nice. So, okay, let's keep it as simple as possible for now. Now I have this text here. Okay, and I can start using it maybe in this trio. Or maybe it's not a good idea. Let's use template wizard. Yeah. So let's see. Do you have any messages or not? I'm not sure that I can see the chat. Things like there is no messages in the chat, but okay. Okay, nice. Don't forget to switch to on-air mode. Okay, so now I'm going to import not the main. I'm not touching the main scene, only the leaf scene with one text element. That's great. Okay, as always, as for any control interface I do, I'm increasing the font size. because usually people want it. It's much more convenient to have bigger text in the controlling interface. So that's fine for now. Okay, great. Let's save it. It will be title from the subject stream. Okay, let's save it as new. That's great. And let's start with director and see how it will work in the playlist. Okay, my sequencer is finished. Oh my god. Interesting why it's happening. Oh, nice. That maybe happened because I just recently updated my license, so that could be an issue. Okay, starting the director. During that, let me see what is the state. Okay, that's good one. I like to have empty engine before I start testing something. Come on. I had to load it earlier. Okay, I got it. Okay, during that, maybe we can expand the usability of this element if we're speaking about more like practice-based approach. For example, for this text element, what I can do, I can add some text helper that can help people to understand how many symbols they can insert here. And for example, this label, I'll enable the scripts. And when the user change this text, I would like to, let's rename it, this element as well. Edit maybe title. Yes, that's better. Okay, I would like to, oops, I need to remove it. Yes, nice. And double click again. Yes, this name I like more. Okay, great. So in this function, what I want to have, just update the text here. It will be something like that, like you inputted 10 of 100 letters allowed in this input. So for example, when I start typing, this element will be updated. But instead of having these hard-coded values, what I would do, I would have the length, the length of the text from here. Oh, oops. Yes. So length from here and from some hard-coded maximum. Let's see. So now, as you can see, that's the number is updated. But I would love to see this maximum number getting this number from directly from this element. So here I can specify max length, maximum amount of length here. For example, it can be 100, for example, and I can do that. So here I can define that behavior. So now it's more convenient for the user to understand how many symbols they can insert this text. Sometimes it's very helpful to limit it in more usable way. Okay, that's great. Let's save it. And let's go to the pilot. I think that is already started. Yes. Refresh just in case. Okay. And let's make, I forgot to press Control button to make the interface pinned. Yeah, in order to have several of them, and let's type some texts here and there. Okay. Where's the engine? Oops. And the pilot, where is you are? Yes. Okay, so for now, as you can see here, we have some issue with rendering this text. Probably you already discover, you know what's the reason, because I think I spoke about that earlier. But anyway, just try to guess why the text looks like that. And I give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. I can show you what's wrong, because the text placed on the z coordinate on the 0 position. For example, A site located on the z coordinate as 0, and B is located as minus 0.2. So I think in this case, as you can see, the current one located inside the B side. So that means that this text is located in the 3D space far from the camera than this background. So what I can do, I can move the text itself or the background. I would prefer in this case to move the background. So just a little bit further than the text. Okay, so for now, what I need to do is just to delete container and clear all caches, save it, and let's play it again. That's nice. And now, as you can see, the behavior is pretty weird. So that's I wouldn't have on real production. So I can explain what do I mean? Is that when I play start animation, the background appears completely, and only after that I'm getting the rest of the animation of the content. Why it happens like this? Because that's obvious thing that all animation of the live scene somehow shifted from the very beginning of the in animation in transition logic. So what I would do, in the title scene, I cannot move the animation to the negative space of the animations. So the 0, as you can see here in the stage, there is no animations. So here I cannot move anything. Even if I could have this like alpha animation or something like that, I cannot move the animation earlier than 0. So it's already shifted somehow. Okay, and what I can do here, the alpha animation that you saw for the text elements happens in this directors for AX and BX. So at these animations, it's also located from the very beginning, from the 0 and until the 1. So what I can do only here, maybe make it shorter. Make it. By the way, no. For now, I'm not going to make it shorter, because I want to make it more exaggerated for the learning purpose. And but then why it's happening? So the explanation is very simple, because the animation of appearing, like a starting triggering appearing the leaf block happens according the position of the toggle animation. So here, as you can see, so all these keyframes are responsible for switching in and out for the leaf animations and for the animations of these additional directors for the toggle layer. So what do I mean that if we move specific keyframe to the another position, then we can force appearing the content part much earlier. So why I'm moving this part? Because the switch in channel responsible for enabling appearing these blocks. As you can see here, we have multiple keyframes here, but only this one is important because only this keyframe will be working in this setup. Because we have animations right now, we have the setup when the playhead moves only from left to right. And this keyframe, as you can see, has the direction normal. So that means that this keyframe will be triggered only when the playhead hits this keyframe from left to right. For example, this keyframe will be triggered only when the playhead moves to the reverse direction, to the from right to left. So in this case, actually, I can just easily remove these keyframes because all of them will be not triggered at all because we have a setup moving from left to right all the time. Okay, and this one also actually not needed because this block, this section of the animation responsible only for the out animation. So I don't need to start playing another leaf scene right here in this moment, especially in the end of playing out animation. So actually this keyframe I can also delete it without any issues. So for now I have only one keyframe which is responsible for starting point of appearing the leaf block. So I'm going to move it right into the beginning, and now let's maybe not in the beginning. Actually, right now I can analyze in which moment I want to show the block, the showing the content block. So for example, I want to start appearing it maybe somewhere here. Yeah, would be nice. Yeah. Okay, let's clean it up, move it to the 0, save it, close it, and start playing with that. Okay, let's start. Maybe not. Okay, let's start again. And now, as you can see, the appearing works much better. So the text happens, the text appears on the screen in the moment when I really want it. Okay, so what about out? Because as you can see, the background disappearing very quickly and the text disappearing very lazy way. Like, yeah, I don't like it. So there is a different approaches. There is some different approaches I know how to fix it, and let's make maybe one of the simplest one. Of course, first of all, I want to trigger to play the out animation as soon as possible. So what I can do here, actually nothing. You can see this because the keyframe that is responsible for triggering out animation located here, it is already the starting out animation. So what I can do only here, just to clean it up, remove all these reversed keyframes that they will be not important at all. And also this one is also, yeah, absolutely useless because I don't need to play out logic in the beginning of the in animation. So technically right now we have only two keyframes from the toggle. One is responsible for appearing element, and the second one is responsible for starting disappearing. Okay, so what I can do in this case, the easiest thing that I can suggest, just to use the window mask on the background and use as a reference the title back. Yeah, I need to enable it. Right. So for now, all this text will be visible only within this rectangle of this element. Okay, let me double check it. Okay. Interesting that it's not capturing the size. Huh. Oh, yes. What happens? Who knows? Wow. Okay. So maybe because I have the window mask here, could be. Okay, let me remove it from here and see what's... Huh, interesting. Looks like a bug. That I wouldn't expect, that behavior, especially on the live stream. Oh, cool. Okay, so... Okay, let me restart this scene. Maybe I can do something else. Okay, so for appearing and disappearing this element, then I will use only the alpha animation, just to simplify it for now. Okay, so now this element will be appearing with the... Oops, I forgot to reverse it. Control R. Next, press C button and make a copy of keyframe. Yes, appear and disappear. Okay, that's good. Okay, for the toggle plugin, don't forget to delete containers and cached objects. Close it. Run it again. Okay, where is Windows mask? Okay. I'm going to track it. Interesting. If someone knows what's going on, then please help me. I would never expect that behavior from such a simple plugin. Yeah, as you can see, this is funny. Okay, so let's imagine that it's working. Okay, I wanted to achieve this behavior. So that will be limited by the background element. Okay. Let's start playing with this. Okay, so what we can do for the out animation to make this element disappearing quicker, it's of course to multiply this alpha by adding one more alpha plugin directly on the toggle element, toggle container. And this one I'm going to animate directly in the toggle director right here. So from 0 to 100, okay. So here I'm going to move this animation somewhere there, right before the starting point when the appearing the content located, and disappearing. Here I'm going to speed it up somewhere here. So the content should disappear as at first, and the background will disappearing as a second part. So first of all, I want to disappear the text and quickly remove the background. So this way, the alpha on the toggle container will work as I would have. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to click this button, but fortunately I have a 5.3 version. So when I click the save button, nothing was broken. Whew. Okay. So now when I click take out, you will see the text is disappearing as the first part of the animation. That's great. Okay. So this is how to organize the animations of the elements to control in more accurate way when the elements should be appeared. So I showed this part, and the next part I'm going to show you how to make the background fit to the content block. So actually, in order to do that, I would love to have some plugin, some standard plugin in VizArtist, but unfortunately there is nothing like that. For example, I would use maybe like something like text BG, text background, but text background has only limited reference options which container then it should follow. For example, even if I use the next, it looks like working, but it's not. Let me show you how does it work if I use the standard plugin for this case. Let's close it. Oops, on air. Okay, take it. So first of all, the first issue you already saw, when there is nothing to show, then you can see the blinking square right in the middle of the screen right here. And okay, let's play with this. I'm going to change the content. And now, as you can see, the size of the background is not changed. Why? It's easily to explain, because we still have this text added to the toggle plugin, to the toggle subtree. I will show you. So as you can see here, this is the current text that is visible on the screen. And this one is other. The other element is not visible right now here, but as you can see on the, you can distinguish this element by the bounding box rectangle here. This is green area. So that's why this plugin is not working. I also cannot use the other option. Of course, I can do that. I can use it, use the direct reference to the specific container, but unfortunately, all these containers under toggle container, all of them are not under our control. So the current will be renamed to the other every time when I play another element. So if I play once again, then other will be renamed to the current and renamed to the other, and vice versa, one to one. And here in the plugin in the text plugin, text BG plugin, I can have reference to not by name but by like direct link to this specific container. So if the container change this name, then the connection is still working only with this container. So I can show you how does it work, just to make it more clear. Okay, let's go. Start. Nothing. Start. Nothing. Nothing is happening. Why? Let's go back to this main scene and see what's going on. Let's see what is happening in the text BG. Ah, yay. Now, as you can see, the reference is just lost, because everything that's placed under the container with the toggle plugin, it's not in our control. So the toggle plugin responsible for changing, for recreating, deleting everything under this container. So this subtree, it's not under our control. So what I can suggest to you is to use my script that I already published somewhere in my website. So we can find it here. It's located like just as a second plugin here, Advanced BG. So you can just copy it, or you can go inside this this page, and you also can watch this dedicated video specifically about the advanced using this script for the transition logic text elements. So right now I'm not going to repeat this this video. So just we are going to quickly go through functionality that we can add in our scene. So let's add the script. Okay. And just paste, compile and run. Yeah, you can see here very sophisticated interface for that, because that's really advanced background plugin. So in this case, I'm going to use different way of searching for the source of the size for the size of this background. Now the first, previous, next. I have first, previous, next, and other, like the same logic as we can find it in standard plugins like Afterfollow or TextBG or something like that. And I also added path option. So here you can define a path that it will be used every frame, because it's used in the exector field callback function in the script. So that's, I know that's maybe not the best way how to do that, but in case of transition logic, this is only one way to organize the connection to the specific container. So for example, here I'm going to target only to the current container. So if the current container will be another one, then my script can detach from the last one and attach the reference to the new one. So that will be always following the current container. So here I need to specify the sibling name of the container. After that, slash, and use the name that could be found in this inside of this container. So I don't need to specify the name of that container. I can directly address from title to the current. So title, current. Okay, that's it. By the way, where is the current? Okay. So I would love to use the geometry because I have a Nogi with the fancy rounded corners. So what's going on? Oh, that's why it's not visible. As you can see, the TextBG plugin does this for me. Oh my God. Oh, yes, now I need to get it back. Okay. So something like that. Okay. So okay, I'm going to remove the Windows mask for now. It's not needed anymore because the background now it's following the size of the content box, content inside the toggle. Okay. So do I use the correct name? Yeah. So multiplying is working. Okay. Oh, yeah. I also started to use this plugin where this script with in the scaling mode. So probably scaling already changed. Yes. Yes, finally. I found how to set up it correctly. You know, sometimes I forgot how to use even my own scripts. Okay, and here I'm adding some extra padding inside here. And now I think that it will be working for sure. And let's start testing it. Oops, on there. I need director. Okay, great. And now, as you can see, the background is following the content. So I really don't want to repeat so much my previous video, and just I'm going to quickly cover the main functionality that I would use it for real world project. For example, if I change the content, I would love to change the size of the background with animation. So I can suggest it to you. I'll show you. So here in the script, we have inertia parameter. So we can add some more. And let's play with the switch here. So now, as you can see, the background is changing its size according the current content. So now, as you can see, the current is B side. When I click switch, the current is this side, A side. Now it's working. But only one thing I would love to change as well here. If the content is changing from less to bigger, then the animation should be played as soon as possible, like right now. But if I switch from bigger size to smaller size, then I would have some break or just pause before the content is changed, and only after that change the size. So I have it in this plugin. So the pause direction. So I need to make a break only when the size is shrinking. So I'm switching to this. And how many frames I want to keep here? Maybe, I don't know, just, okay, let's exaggerate it, like 50 frames, so it means 1 second. And now start playing with switching. So now, as you can see, it waits 1 second before switching to the smaller size. So this is the trick. I think that could be the most useful in the practice. I really recommend you to watch this video if you really want to know how to organize your lower third element with the dynamic sizing here. So, okay. So for now, I didn't plan to highlight more topics, just only this small one. And as far as I can see, it took just 45 minutes, so I'm happy. So at least it's less than 1 hour. And if I don't see any messages in the chat in the next maybe 2 minutes, then I will be closing this live stream. So maybe you can, if you want to ask me to do something specific, please do use the opportunity to do that in the live chat. Nope. I see nothing. So if it's like this, then I'm going to close the translation, the live stream, and I wish you good luck with all of this stuff with the transition logic. I know sometimes it's confusing, especially in the beginning. So I hope you will be able to manage it. Okay, and love to see you all. And thank you for watching all this 45 minutes. And see you next time. Bye-bye.